Hi students, in this video I'll be going through a math question. So this is related to inverse proportion. So it's from the 2018 O-Level paper 1 question 12. Okay, so let's read the first part. So the time taken to erect a fence is inversely proportional to the number of workers. So 4 workers take 17.5 hours. Find the time if we have taken 5 workers to erect a fence. Okay, so even in this question, we are told that it's inverse proportion, but even if we are not told, then it should be obvious to us that this is an inverse proportion question. Okay, because let's say we let the time be T and the number of workers be W. If you have more workers doing the same job to erect the fence, then the time should go down. So when one quantity goes up and the other one goes down, then there's inverse proportion. Okay, so anyway, we are told that it's inversely proportional. So T is directly proportional to 1 over W. Okay, so this means that if we were to write out in the equation form, then T will be K over W, where K is a constant. Okay. All right, so now we are given a pair of values. When W is 4, T will be 17.5. So W equals to 4, T equals to 17.5. Okay, so we will put it inside the equation, and then this will allow us to find K lah. Okay, so we just have to multiply the 4 up. Okay, then we will be able to find K already. All right. So K will be equals to 17.5 times 4. Right. So that will give us K equals to 70. Okay, so now we know the equation fully. So T equals to 70 over W. All right. Okay, so the next part, once we know the equation, now they tell us that when W is equals to 5, okay? When W equals to 5, find the time. So when W equals to 5, okay, the time will be 70 over 5. Okay, so it will just give us 14 hours. Right, so a simple question, that's why it's just a 1 mark question. Okay, let's take a look at part B. Okay, so part B also got to do with inverse proportion. So the force between two objects are inversely proportional. So we're going to underline the keywords as you read the question. The square of the distance d. Okay, so now we are talking about square of distance means d squared. Okay, so in this case, f directly proportional to 1 over d squared. Okay, or f inversely proportional to d squared. So the equation will be f equals to k over d squared, where k is a constant. All right, so where k is a constant. Okay, if you read further down the question, besides saying that d increased by 20%, okay, then calculate the reduction in the force, right? We are not given any numbers to find k. Okay, but that's all right. We can always use some placeholder, okay, for f and d, okay, even though we don't have any numbers. Okay, so in this case, I'm going to do it this way. I'm going to say when f equals to f naught. So f naught refers to the original force, okay, between the two objects. Then d will be d naught. D naught refers to the original distance between the two objects, right? So I'm going to sub f naught into f and then d naught into d. So the equation will just be f naught equals to k over d naught squared, right? Okay, so now I'm going to multiply the d naught squared to the left side so that we make k the subject. Okay, so in other words, k will be f naught times d naught squared, right? So maybe at this point in time, you can pause the video and think about this part. Okay, so we're not doing anything complicated. I'm just using f naught to represent the initial force and d to represent the initial or the original distance. Then I plug it inside the equation and then I make k the subject. Okay, so I'm going to call this equation 1, right? Okay, next thing, what happens to the distance d? Okay, for the second part of the question, it's increased by 20%, right? So when d is increased by 20%, okay, remember originally d was d naught. Okay, this is the original. So when you increase something by 20%, it becomes 120%. So this original is 100%, right? Okay, then the new D will be 120% of, will be 120%. Okay, so we can actually calculate out the value of the new D in terms of D naught. So the new D value will be 120 over 100 times D naught. Okay, so this will give us 1.2 D naught. So now basically they are saying is when the distance increase from D naught to 1.2 D naught, right? What is the percentage reduction in the force? So the original force was F naught, remember? Okay, F naught. Okay, so now we want to calculate the new F. Okay, so we call it Fn now, okay, new F, right? So Fn, okay, we're going to plug inside the formula. We're going to take this 1.2 D naught and now plug it inside this formula over here. Okay, replace the D because when D equals to 1.2 D naught, okay, so it will become K over, okay, remember this is D squared. So if now D is 1.2 D naught, then remember you have to square the whole thing, okay? Okay, then at this point, okay, look what's going to happen here. Okay, I'm going to expand out the bottom. Okay, 1.2 square will be 1.44. Then D naught square is D naught square. Okay, so I'm going to call this equation 2. Okay, so how am I going to find the new F value? Basically, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take equation 1 and sub inside equation 2 because equation 1 is K equal to F naught D naught square. So I can replace the K here with the F naught D naught square. Okay, so let's do it. Okay, so substitute 1 into 2. Okay, so the new F will be F naught D naught square. So this is K, okay, from here. Okay, over 1.44 D naught square. Okay, you can see that the D naught square will now cancel off. Okay, then you will just have the new F in terms of the original F. Okay, so this one is just actually 1 over 1.44 times F naught. Right, then 1 over 1.44, if I change to fraction form, you can use your calculator, is 25 over 36 F naught. Okay, in other words, what is happening here is that when D change from D naught to 1.2 D naught, the F change from F naught to 25 over 36 F naught. So the force become lesser. Okay, so this is just a magnet. When you put two magnets near each other, the force is very strong. When you increase the distance between them, the force gets weaker. Alright, so now we can calculate one final step, the percentage reduction. Okay, so the percentage reduction will be the original F minus the smaller F, okay, the reduced one, divided by the original times 100%. Okay, so F naught minus 25 over 36 F naught. Okay, so F naught is 1 F naught. So it's actually 36 over 36 F naught. So 36 over 36 F naught. So you see, minus 25 over 36. Then you will get 11 over 36 F naught over F naught times 100%. Alright. Okay, then I'll do below here. Okay, run out of space. Okay, you see the F naught will cancel off and leave you with 11 over 36. Okay, times 100%. Okay, and that will give us the answer of 30.6%. Right, so this is how you handle a question like this. Okay, so slightly more difficult. Okay, and it's also just a 2-mark question. Okay, but I find that this way of presenting is the clearest way to help you to understand how to do such questions. All right. Okay, so I hope this is useful for you.